Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing one of the videos I was most requested for like a long time. How do I record songs? So, I record a lot of songs and I am like producing a ton of songs nowadays. But where does it all start from? Where is it coming from? Somebody asked me. And I thought I would answer that question in a video itself. So we're going to deep dive into what I actually do in the studio today, explaining everything that you should know. So first of all, what I use all the time is BandLab. So just to make sure it's recording. Okay, so I always go to BandLab, then I like open up a new project. This is called Viper. This will be my next song, just to assure you guys that it will be my next song. Yeah, so it'll be my next song. What I first do is I go to add a track and I go to guitar. Then I will name it. For example, if this is lead guitar, what's the name? Lead guitar. Lead guitar. And then I will keep different colors. You know what? I don't like this kind of thing here. So lead guitar. All right. Then I choose an effect. Do I want to have an effect or something? And my part here goes like this. My intro goes a little clean. So maybe what I'm going to do, realizing now, I'm going to duplicate the track, but I'm going to rename it. So lead guitar, I'm going to rename it to cleaning guitar. I'm also going to color it again, because if I get confused later on, so cleaning guitar. I want to think of what effects I want, but before I do any of that, my guitar is tuned. Yes, I just did. I'm also making sure where my sound is coming from. So currently, it's coming from the Nanocaster E2, which is this device. I would usually use the predetermined version of it, not the communications. And we have a couple other options here, but I will just use a predetermined. I might mute my microphone a couple times to record it, otherwise this will come in the song. So whenever I'm muting my microphone, it's not that I lost connection, it's just that I'm recording something to show you an example. All right, so then I think that maybe if I want to have like a chorusing effect, um, like, I will put a chorus effect. Where can I find that? You're gonna go to modulation for this one, chorus thing. You can even put automatic wah, but I won't recommend it. I usually just keep it like this, but I also want to sometimes increase it to like this. All right, now I will get ready to record. I want to mute my microphone for now. All right, so that's done. Now I want to listen to it, but I'm going to try to be quiet, and I'm going to mute my guitar. Let's first listen. First thing I realized is that it's not that loud, so I will increase it maybe 17.5 decibels. It just that if it's hard to hear, it usually means it's maybe not that good. But you can always increase it with BandLab. All right, wait. Let's go back. There was a mistake that I did in the first part. Here's how I will fix the mistake. So let's listen. I do not want that note. So instead of deleting the track and wonder what the hell I just did, I'm going to splice it. So what I want to do is I want to drag the bar between the duration of this thing, cut it, then I will delete the middle. So that's my wrong part. I want to directly join it with this. This way, I will be able to get a clean audio. Alright, that's better. Beautiful. Okay, that sounded amazing. That sounded amazing. Now we're going to start off with the next guitar. Many people do this mistake. They started from the nearest point after this is finished. Start it a little before so you just know when it starts. But make sure your guitar is muted and then turn it on the second you start recording. So what am I going to use here? Probably my favorite effect, Puff Pie. It's a fat fuzz sound. So it's going to sound very fat. So I'm going to put my tone on 6. No, sustain on 6. My tone will be on maybe 7.8ish. My volume 6. Always try to recall what it sounds like, because if you can find the perfect tone one day, that is probably what you want to take for the rest of your recording career with that tone. I'm gonna mute my microphone again. All right, just to quickly mention, you're gonna be a little patient and you have to wait until the bar reaches the end and then you can start. Just make sure you get ready with the first note, because usually people tend to mess the first note. Sorry, my microphone was muted. Mistake. First of all, my computer glitched and it didn't show me. Second of all, because I wasn't ready, I didn't know when I started. So I'm going to restart this again and hope that my computer doesn't glitch. I'm going to start from here exactly, mute my microphone again. Why don't we hear how that sounded? Using on the bit. Okay, we're going to quickly go back. That is a mistake in the region, so slice. Move it to the clean starting point where I'm not sure. The first best part comes here. So you want to splice the region, then again delete it. Remember, the cleaner your songs sound, people will like it. And I've seen beginners usually not doing this. They will keep it like that. Look at that. Look at that clean transition. Oh, that was loud. Right, there we go. Now, Second thing you want to do you want to harmonize anything? I kind of like the clean intro, but it sounds boring. What do you want to have? Harmony! Yeah, so you want first duplicate the track. Here's what you want to do. You want to go to editor. There should be a region called, there should be an option where you can pitch shift it. So if you want to harmonize anything, remember 12 frets above the real fret. Now let's listen. Listen to that sound. Oh, but wait, you're doing a mistake. Rename your tracks anytime you have something different. This is not clean. This is harmonized. Harmonized guitar. Sometimes harmony could help you if you're wondering. You get that nice swishy sound. All right. Let's listen to solo. So there's a difference. Let's do something with my dear friend, the distortion. We're not gonna duplicate. We're not gonna harmonize it, but we're gonna do this thing called double tracking. This is one guitar. Two. All right. Do you not see how that sounded more full? But what's the difference between harmonizing and double tracking? When you're talking about double tracking, you're just talking about copying the track and pasting it in the same region so the same thing plays twice. But harmonizing is almost the same, but the only extra thing is one track is 12 octaves higher. That means they're going to have that kind of wishy sound and harmonic pitch that you love to hear. But we could take this a step damn further. You could even do quad tracking. So quad tracking will sound even fuller. Now that is the beauty of quad tracking, but here's the issue. Most of the times you would not require quad tracking. What I think people would do is called natural chorusing, which I will show you right now quickly. So an example is that I start this one a little delayed. Let's start from here now. What if I start it? Nice, you're getting a flanger sound. But what's the difference between the tracking and in non-match tracking? So on tracking, they're both at the same time, so it's gonna sound like two of them are playing at the same time, which equals one guitar. Well, actually two, but it sounds like one guitar. But if you delay one track, then it makes it sound like a delay, which is what we call natural delaying. You could do artificial, but it's kind of hard to understand because you have a lot of stuff. We're going to move on to a bit more detail now. Channeling, something people suck at understanding. If I put both of them on different channels, for example, well, actually, you know what? Let's do it for the harmony and clean guitar. That's actually because I can distinguish it much easier for you guys because some people here won't understand the difference that easily. Oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah, yeah. Just put it back at zero. Back at zero. Yes, exactly. Now, and for the first track, the main guitar that's playing is going to come out of the right side of the speaker, and the second one will come out of the left side. I mean, sorry, the first one on the left side and the second one on the right side. The harmonized will sound more on the left and the clean on the right. Now, if you're wondering what was the difference, you probably distinguished which one was which much faster. And it's actually because if you channel something, your brain will remember from this side I'm hearing the clean, and that side I'm hearing the harmonized guitar. All right, we're gonna take this a little step further. Can we de-harmonize? It's a very rare technique, but let's try it. That's one of our first experiments today. We're gonna have a couple of them, which is actually just gonna be two. Okay, so the first experiment, if I do a double harmony, one of them actually not being harmonized, one of them being de-harmonized. So let's put this one negative 12 octaves. Now let's put all of them together and hope this doesn't sound bad. No, it won't. Wanna know why? So one track is your main track. The second one is a higher pitch on the piano, and one of them is a lower pitch on the bass. So why do people not use this? There's a very good reason. You can never tell which one. Two guitars is hard to distinguish. Why would you want a third one? This one just sounds a lot more cleaner, to be honest. All right, the second experiment. Can we double track these ones individually? Why don't we? So we're gonna double track these and let's see what can we distinguish the difference. Nothing. But if we double track and then this part onwards, this is delayed and we sync these two, what will happen? Beautiful sound though. That's actually a nice experiment. Then now we're gonna do a little bit more different test. Alright, so now we're gonna do Command Z quickly. Remove these extra tracks. Harmonize guitar. We're gonna duplicate the clean guitar 3 times and let's see what we can hear. It might be a little similar, but the difference is now the harmony has only one track. So let's hear. And of course the answer will be no. Alright. What if we do this thing called different chorusing? So that means your chorusing is not the same pattern. So they're going to be in different timings. That means it's going to be more progressive. Let's listen to how it sounds. Yeah, that sounded beautifully. Nice. And now we're going to do our last experiment quickly. What about if we use a vocal on distortion? So this is my most requested. I want to sing a random part to this song. Alright, so what happens if we double track a vocal? Somebody asked me this question. I might be able to do it on this one, directly. Let me just test. I feel like we have a connection. Should have recorded something, right? Okay, so that's a little distorted. Alright, now if we double track it and we duplicate it, and we put it right on here. Wait, what happened there? Oh, I think I spliced it. What happened? What? That's so weird. I've never experienced something like that before, Oh, maybe to do copy paste from here. Uh-huh. Drag it there. Let's hear this. That actually sounds so bad. I think I know why. I think it's because distortion never helps vocals, so let's do it a clean test. And I might leave my guitar now. You know what? Leave it on the floor. I won't need my guitar anymore, most likely. I won't need my guitar. I will not actually need my guitar. So, let's do our double tracking with the vocals. So, voice audio. Okay, I can even auto tune it. Here's my auto tune on A major right now. Currently, oh wait. Okay, here's on B flat major. I think B flat major is just way better, you know? We're gonna do a quick test on the vocals. That's what here. Okay. I feel like we have a connection. Wait, what happened? What actually happened over there? Did my system crash? I feel like we have a connection. No. Okay. We're gonna duplicate this entire part. And we're gonna now test. We're gonna be doing something with the next track. So we're gonna record one more take of this, but now with another auto. Let's try with D flat major. It might be. I feel like we have a connection. Now let's hear. Because this one might sound different a bit. This one could be different because, yeah, look, auto tuning is what my favorite part is. It helps your vocals sound more like what you want than what it is. All right, we're gonna do my special and secret test. What if we reverse the track? Could it sound better? We're gonna first delete all of these. Thank you so much. You helped a lot about tracking. Now let's do this thing. We're gonna reverse this track on purpose. So let's reverse. Same thing here. Would it sound better or would it sound worse? Somebody wants to test this, I think. Okay, let's hear it. This part's same. That's actually sus. All right, that's a good test, you know. All right, as soon as I'm done with it, I'm going to check the names. All right, we're gonna put the guitar rename 2. You don't have to name 1 all the time. All right, now we're gonna save this as the demo track. And that's it. That's the entire journey of music. I auto tune, you know, it sounds better, but I will turn it off right now. Back to reverb. Yeah, I also do not use auto tune sometimes. Does autotune fix bad singing? I got a question. It could fix it, but for that, it has to be like okay bad singing. It has to be like okay level. It cannot be like. Well, let's just test it for assurance. Well, let's take a You're on A flat major. This might be a little. Yeah, okay. Again, if it's not that bad, it might work. And yeah, so that's my entire time in the studio. Until next time, people.